How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. It's been a minute, a long minute. Oh my gosh, Violet, it is so good to see you. Not that Lauren Marie Kirsten. Hello. Hey, Kendra. Hi, Pippi. PMR, hi. How you guys doing? Hey, Beetle. Somebody's been pressing my buttons. I am not going to say ringing any items, but it's been 8 months since I have gone live and talked about her. Every chance she gets, she wants to bring me up. So I came on to talk about Jules for a little bit. Also, Muzz, you are so busted. Linda Listen, or Listen Linda, whatever the name of that account is 100% Muzz. She busted herself yesterday in Jen's chat, talking about information I guess Camden had told her. So she went into Jen's under this Linda Listen or Listen Linda account yesterday. Hi, Heidi. How you doing? Hey, E. So she went into Jen's under that account name Listen Linda yesterday, or Linda Listen, which I don't know. I don't remember which way it goes. And wanted to make sure that Jen knew exactly who Camden was. Camden told Muzz, and Muzz had given me information back then, and I remembered a couple of things Muzz had said, but I completely forgot about this stuff until Muzz made sure, as Listen Linda, to let me know that I could back up this information because I knew this information. Well, the only reason I knew the information was because Muzz told me. The account was absolutely Muzz because Muzz was the only one who was able and capable of telling Jen who the Jessica account was. So, Muzz, why don't you come in under your own name and take some responsibility like I did? Huh? Because then what happened is once, my memory was refreshed in that live, I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. Muzz called that other Jessica. So not stepmom Jessica, but there's another Jessica. And once, Listen Linda Muzz refreshed my memory, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Muzz called that Jessica. In fact, she called the man too. So then what does Listen Linda do? She retaliates by making sure to remind Jen of the FOIAs, and then making sure to remind Jen of something that Siwa said, and so on. It was like, Muzz has to, she has to, if she has information, she's got to be the one. It's all so Muzz. So, Muzz, you might as well get rid of the Listen Linda account because you chose your ego. You chose to bust yourself because of your ego yesterday. So, yeah. So that happened. And there's just absolutely nobody else. So, and that's not Muzz's only account. There's a few accounts that I've had suspicions on strong, and that was one of them. And yesterday she just completely outed herself. But I know of other accounts that she just hasn't outed herself quite yet. But she's got more than one sock account. And then we've got Jules, who decided to also out herself yesterday and the day before with multiple sock accounts by coming into Jen's, coming into Kendra's, making sure that those FOIAs get mentioned. Jules, it drives you crazy that Jen talks to me now. It really freaking bothers you because now you got to come in with every single sock whenever I'm like with Jen, especially now that I'm giving Jen content to play about you. That's really pissing you off. So you're coming even more hardcore for me now with your sock accounts. I knew you were a coochie account, but I didn't think you were the account that had the 211, which is my birthday. I didn't think you were the 211 account because that account was not the one that had my high school face on it. It was a different account. So now I have to wonder, did Jules have two sock accounts of me? Like, there's certain things that you fucking idiots say that I know, and that you know too, that people just dwell on, that bug people because they mention it a lot. Bug people. But bump. Pun wasn't intended, but it fits. And that's just, hey, Rainbow. That is just one of those Sarah motherfucking C. Hello. It's one of those things that just really, really, really bothers Jules. It probably drives Muzz crazy too, quite frankly. I don't know, Muzz. Why don't you come back in your real name? But Muzz, you never could take responsibility for anything ever, ever. That's why, that's why our friendship ended because I tried to force your ass to take responsibility. You decided to call that shit bullying. Good old days of you freaks. So, Miles, I can always go back through all of your old stuff and remind people of who you are. If you want to keep fucking with me, don't tell me what the fuck I know. Don't use me in your motherfucking shenanigans. I don't want any part of them. Fucking coming in and telling me that shit. Oh, Cooch, you know exactly. Fuck off. Come in as yourself. Ugh. So yeah. Um, and then with that also being said, like I said with Jules, it's driving her crazy. Um, and Jules really loves to push a narrative and lie about everything. There's like nothing. This woman, try having new phones and making your sock under your own other accounts. Irish, hello. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you, Irish. Have fun, E. So yesterday, Jen had a really good live where she had played when Jolene and Busy had gone live, and Jolene had run through all of Jules's charges, and it was great. And Jen was covering it, and it was really, really good. But she took it down. She had to take it down because she she played played Kendra's Members Live, which we all know you can't play members' lives um, unless they are your own. Um, or you go dirty and you do it on Reddit. Not condoning that, although I've done that once. She really did. But I thought I would go through it again. If she was around, I should have DM'd her. I didn't, but if she was around, she could come up. But I did invite. My tag doesn't work very well. Maybe because I turned off my tags, so I can't really tag people now either. I don't think. So I tried to tag shit show, but I couldn't. But I wanted him to come in and, he should be giving everybody equal opportunity, or he can find out what a psycho she is on his own too. That really, I think I said that yesterday. That's going to be almost as good at this point. She did, Heidi. I found a couple of other things I sent her today. Did I say Reddit? I did mean Rumble. I said Reddit. Thank you. Thank you. Twisting my words. It's like boomer moments or grandmas. You are thinking of somebody in your head and you see them and you can describe them and you know them and you love them, and then you call them by their brother or sister's name. Right, he will if he sticks around. So I thought about doing that. I wasn't really organized for this. I thought I could also go through and find some of her crime stuff, but I don't want to play too much of it in case Jen wants it. I do want to give Jen the I want to, I feel like Jen is like taking her power back a little bit by playing these, at least at this point. It sounds like I feel like they are kind of they've kind of been cathartic and maybe a little bit empowering for her. So I don't really want to take it. I don't want to play anything that I could give to her, which is pretty much almost everything that I have at this point. So I think I am probably just going to replay that Busy and Jolene one. And maybe I'll go through my library and see. But like I said, I mean, I might as well let Jen have the fun. I mean, she's got like millions of hours of payback. So these are all my opinions. Jen and I haven't spoken on any of this. Well, other than what you've seen in the lives of me sending her stuff. So, hey, sweet potato. And I know everybody feels differently about everybody, but I think a lot more of us in general are coming to the point we really are just going to accept each other, for the most part, at least in this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Because there's a caveat to everything I say, and then I'm just going to be like, oh, but except for this, oh, but that, and well, then there's this, but there's that. So I don't know. I'm just going to stop whatever sentence that was. Oh, it's like I don't even know how to go live, you guys. Love you, Sugar Bear. Aww. Have I missed anybody else coming in? I don't think so. But yeah, I thought the Linda Listen stuff was really funny. And then after I called her out for being Muzz, somebody named Bushwhacked or Bush Sitter, Bushwhacked, maybe Bushwhacker. They agreed with me, and then so did Siwa. Look, I really never want to agree with Siwa on much of anything, but I'll take her feelings on that one too. No, it was just too obvious. It had to be. It had to be because nope, there's not a single other account that would have said the things that only Muzz could have said those things. So sometimes I'm a little slow on the. I don't know. Now I'm here. I'm like, I don't really know if I want to play this, but I'm going to because I'm here. I don't really, let's see, I haven't really, like, life has been fine. Um, Nothing major. I've been on a couple of vacations and I've got another one in the very end of August. Might be, no, it's not Labor Day. It might be the week before Labor Day. I don't know when Labor Day is, but I think it's like around the 29th or something. I'm have something scheduled in New York. Hey, Sunshinery. But that's in a different part of New York. I was just in New York, but in a different part. So that's fun. I don't know. Nothing really. I still want to, I want to make, um, like weed popsicles, but I have had a problem. First of all, I still needed to order the popsicle molds, and I hadn't done it yet. Well, then I noticed last week that the Caro syrup that I had infused, was molded. So I had to throw it away, and now I need to make more Caro syrup. And so I'm going to wait until after I get the molds and then make it. But in the meantime, if you saw my thumbnail, that is what a friend of mine just got me last week. It's pink. Was I sweet potato cool? It's pink cannabis. So yeah, my thumbnail has pink cannabis. It's infused, and I used it as the thumbnail. I may end up changing the thumbnail. Although I don't know how much I've cussed already. I was going to try not to cuss, but now I'm not even paying attention. So I've been wanting to try popsicles, a high sickle cool. What did I just see? Oh, there's a town in Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, I think, and they decked out a ice cream truck, and they call it the Copsicle truck. It's the police department of an area, I think, in Massachusetts, and it's called the Copsicle truck. Oh, that's cute. I think they give out free stuff. I got a speeding ticket somewhere in the state of Pennsylvania. So whoever lives in the state of Pennsylvania, I made a donation to your state this year. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got dispensaries. I think they're actually, the closest one is probably 2 or 3 miles. But then I go to Michigan, so I go way further than, and that's because the weed is still triple the amount at the local dispensaries. Violet, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, from Agent Orange. I'm sorry, Violet. Wow. Did did the VA ever cover Agent Orange stuff? That's awful. Hugs, Violet. Big hugs. Bye, not that Laura Marie. Yes, definitely have a great day. Still early for you. Gosh, it's only noon there. You got the whole day ahead of you. Okay. Okay, give me just sweets. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna DM Jen real quick and see if she wants to come up. Just cause she already covered it yesterday. So let's see. All right, give me just a sec. Okay. Hey, Emily, I think she's busy right now. Um, so give me just a sec. Let me pull it up. Which stream was that? Which account? Which account was it in? Let's see. I think it was in the other. History. Was it this one? No, it was hoodwinked, I bet. I store things under too many. I store things under my High Times account, under my Coochie account, and then under the hoodwinked account. So, in three places, I got to look for everything. Actually, three and a half. There's then a fourth account attached to the hoodwinked account. Okay, let me see here. So let me go into that switch account. Oh, good. I don't have you guys muted. Like, if I was just talking and they're muted, then it would be just another day. Oh my gosh, Violet. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That is not it. Damn. Was it on the main account? Oh, this is stupid. Too many places. Oh, and I wonder if I have anything on my Cooch account. I forgot my Dollar Tree account. There's that one too. Too many damn accounts. Let's see. History. Oh, that's right. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Okay, that is not it. That is what I just sent to her, though. Okay, so why can't I find this? I can't see chat at all right now. Oh, I see Anne. Hello. Looking up at the TV. Okay, come on. Let me go back to. Wait. History. Why wouldn't it just be here? Why am I? No. No, that's unacceptable. Wait a minute. No. Well, it's gotta be on this one. Oh, it would be yesterday's pause. Yesterday, though, not today. Okay, wait, maybe that was the problem. Oh my God, I forgot I was watching something. You guys, Long Crime Network had a video yesterday that they released that took place in Ohio. And so I pulled the video up. I'm like, oh my God, that looks like the exact apartments that my friend lived in 15 years ago. It turns out it was. Like there was this big crime committed over in the apartments that my friend used to live in. And it's so creepy I couldn't finish watching it. I could only start it. Okay, I'm still skimming through this thing. Okay, well then where is it? I shouldn't be talking. I should have been. Did I scroll by it? My gosh. Okay, it would have been before Kendra's live yesterday. Okay, it should be right in here. But it's not. Okay, just a sec. All right, I have another idea. Sorry. Step 2. There it is. Okay, what account? It's on Hoodwinked. All right, it should have brought it back up to the front. I know you guys were dying to know which account I was going to find it on. Let's see. Okay, switch back to that. And thank you to the 2 people that are over there watching right now. I appreciate it. But then why isn't it showing up when I go to my history? That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, this isn't. Okay, let's see. How can I? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm on my hoodwinked account. Why isn't it showing up? This is so stupid. I don't get it. It's not showing in my history. Wait a minute. Let's try this. No. But it's unlisted. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try one other way. No, it's my video. It's my video. It's weird how it's not showing up. Okay, let me try one more thing, and then I've got another idea. This is not it, though. Stop. Stop. Your channel hoodwinked. So try to this. No, because that's not. Why are you doing this? Stop. Okay, let's try this. IG. Let's pull it up from IG, from where I sent it to Jen. All right. Messages. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. Okay, I got it. And it's really stupid. I'll show you guys. Let me show you guys what I was looking at. Let me see. Switch account, go back to this one so you can see it. If it shows up now, I'm going to crack up. No, it's not. Yeah, it shows that I've watched 3 videos today, and it was just stuff I was going through to try to find another video. It doesn't pull that up at all, and I just sat here and pressed play on it on my phone for like a minute, and it didn't. I mean, I got it now, so it's fine, but that's so weird. All right, share screen. Thank you so much for your patience. I apologize. I'm clearly no longer prepared for streaming. Oh my gosh, I could not watch the snake video. Ah! Ah! No. No, look, in fact, let me show you guys. Let me make this little again. Look. It's unlisted and it's on the Hoodwink channel right there. You can see. I'll show you. Let's see. Hopefully I don't lose. Let's see. Switch accounts. Now, if I go to the Hoodwinked account, history, and that's all it shows for today. It's got these 4 videos, and then nothing from June 2nd. Nothing. So weird.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I don't know if Jen will get my message or not. I hope she does. But I'm going to go ahead and let me slow this down a little bit and make sure that Why isn't it? Wait a minute, I'm gonna change the Give me just a check, just a sec to change these. All right. All right, now I'm gonna start playing it.
She says there's incestuous stuff going on there. So it's a hot mess, but the Chicago menstruation panel with Jen Bailey, she just talked for like an hour and a half and she wouldn't be quiet. Thank you, Terrykins, so much. And she just was going off on tangents and delusions and all this stuff. And then the Chicago menstruation is calling out the squirrel because he calls her a trafficker. Because of
GB?
No, GB doesn't call her a trafficker. So
okay, let's see. You guys can hear that okay? Busy always liked Jen.
So he's on the menstruation. She's on the menstruation channel, the guy, the Chicago menstruations channel. And she was just like, it's MSNBC and someone took my computer and I should listen to Miss Alice. And
who's being called the trafficker?
He calls Jules, just Jules, the white squirrel a trafficker. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so she's been talking more about this ex-boyfriend of hers, and we've never really dove into this.
Right.
This Glenwood Brown guy, right? He is in jail for pimping. And he was initially charged with, I believe, human trafficking and stuff like that. So basically, there were two women ultimately that testified or went against him that he was putting on Backstage, which I guess is a website that people can use for prostitution.
Backstage?
And
it's called Backstage?
It's called Backstage. And he rented out a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, and he would have these women in there, and then he would be in there with them. I read the police report and I read the court records since they've been updated. I don't know, maybe a protection.
I think it was Backpage, not Backstage, but maybe there was a Backstage too. But I'm pretty sure it was Backpage.
I don't know how pimps work. And so he was like, let me go in there. And then some of the women didn't even know that they were on Backstage. And when I say he said, in the police report, they also subpoenaed his Facebook messages. And in Glenwood's Facebook messages, which was Jules's boyfriend, he went on to pimping Amy.
Oh, Backpage. Backpage is still around?
I thought it was Backstage. I'm thinking of the acting websites.
No. Backpage is still around? I thought they removed Backpage. I thought that when they took off the classified part of Craigslist, I thought because you can do trafficking through that.
Yeah, so like that.
I thought they removed Backpage because it was very similar.
This is, let me pull up the police thing here. This is circa.
This was a long time ago.
Don't post it here. Just read it.
I won't. This is circa 20. So it's been updated. But this was, okay, so here's some stuff from, okay, I'm trying to find the exact.
So when I lived in Vermont, that's when they started to do, and that was like 7, 8 years ago. That's when they started to remove the classifieds part of Craigslist because that's when trafficking was happening.
Okay,
and then they removed Backpage because they were one and the same.
we could do a crime thing on this. It is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if I'm that interested, but she's getting really mad because she says, this is my man. So Chicago Administration keeps playing an interview she did on Lily Red's channel where she admits that she pushed one of her friends toward Glenwood to pimp her out because she needed money.
Thank you, Courtney.
So thank you, Courtney. So here, let me read it to you guys so you can know, because I feel like Just Jules is putting out a false narrative about what.
Jen also just played that again the other day, and many like that where Jules tells Lily that she had Glenwood pimp out her best friend.
Really happened with this boyfriend, and she wants to just so easily act like it's okay because he was allegedly addicted to drugs, but so were these women that he pimped out, and he paid them in drugs. And it says in here, okay, so it's the state of Wisconsin. You can find this on the state of Wisconsin Circuit Court. Anybody can find this. DA case number 20180U002532. Okay, so state of Wisconsin Circuit Court, Glenwood Brown. This is all public information. No one can get in trouble. It's so ridiculous. Receive compensation for human trafficking. So the above named defendant between February 22nd, 2016 and March 1st, 2016 in the town of Grand Chute, Outagamie County, Wisconsin. Always, I don't know if I said that right. Did knowingly receive compensation from the earnings of debt bondage, a prostitute, or a commercial sex act as described in section 940. So that's just the numbers. So which is a class F felony, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $25,000 or imprisoned not more than 12 years and 6 months or both. And furthermore, invoking the provisions of a Wisconsin statute, they list the statute. If the court imposes a sentence or places a person on probation, the court shall impose. So this is kind of just what they can do. Okay. So let's get into the actual case. All right. So, are you going
to do a summary of it?
Yeah, here's it's not too long. Yep. Okay, so this is a report from 2016. There was a sergeant, someone who started investigating an individual named Glenwood Brown, okay, born in 78, for allegedly recruiting.
So in 2016 is when the investigation began, and Backpage was, clearly around before that.
Recruiting and trafficking dozens of women for prostitution purposes around the United States.
Dozens.
So this Water Street SA, would that be like Sergeant Water something? I don't know. Police? I don't know. Reports what he learned that Glenwood Brown would post advertisements on Backpage.com, a website commonly used for the advertisement of prostitution-related services. During the investigation, he learned through a confidential informant. Now, the confidential
what year was this again? Sorry.
2016 is when this report, but this they'll give some more dates. But now the confidential informant allegedly is Jules, which she has said.
Wait, what?
16 is when this report, but this they'll give some more dates. But now the confidential informant allegedly is Jules, which she has said.
Wait, what? Let's hear that again.
Is when this report, but this they'll give some more dates. But now the confidential informant allegedly is Jules, which she has said.
Okay, one more time.
16 is when this report, but this they'll give some more dates. But now the confidential informant allegedly is Jules, which she has said. That
what?
She was the CI.
Sorry, I'm not gonna be online when we read these cases, but
why? Oh, I know why.
But what I'm hearing you say is that from the stuff that you read, she was the informant for her partner at the time, or ex-partner.
Well, I think it was a situation, how it's been explained by her and others, is it was a situation maybe where she didn't necessarily want to, but it was a way to maybe get herself out of trouble.
Makes sense.
I don't really know how.
We got to do what we got to do.
Got to do what you got to do. But she's out there saying everyone's spreading fake news, but this is all stuff you can look up. You can also look up the updates to the case.
It's also actually why she wrote people's names on her arms. It didn't have anything to do with the people. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the one. It was the first one when she falsely tried to, do things to, have it all go away. So she didn't have to testify.
Case that have been made up until like 2020 or 2022.
It sounds like you got the real news.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's out there, and I just hate that she's trying to spin some false narrative to protect some scumbag dude that she just happens to still be in love with.
Still in
Okay,
love.
well, that's not
She's
our
trying to
problem.
protecting him. You like really ready? You have they made amends?
Well, she's like, oh, we love each other, but I just don't know if we can be together. You know, and then Lily interviewed him, and then that pushed me closer to him. So it's you guys' fault that I'm even talking to him still. But I mean, it's not like we can't be together because she interviewed his sister. And not that she interviewed his sister, because there's a whole thing where Lily interviewed the sister. Now, Lily's been missing in action since TL drove by.
Did you hear that? So Lily interviewed the sister, and that made her and Glenwood even closer again. But Glenwood, if she is seeing anybody, it's only Glenwood. If there's any kind of a man involved in Jules's personal life, it could only be Glenwood. Is she harboring a fugitive? I mean, she wouldn't be the first one in the community to harbor a fugitive.
By her house. Okay. Yeah, she acts like he was just a drug addict, guys. Just a drug addict. And he would have, she has this interview that Chicago Administration keeps playing where she's crying and she's like, he would have sold his own ass if he could. Well, then why didn't he? Why didn't he sell his own ass? Because you can make a lot of money.
Somebody said that he trafficked himself.
He did.
Why is he involving these women? If you got the problem and you want the money, you want the cash, the only person
He also did sell his own ass.
that can really consent to that shit is you then, sir. Sell your own ass. Sell your own ass.
Which he did.
Being like, he would have. Well, then why didn't he do it? There was a whole market out there.
He did.
All kinds of ass. Men
That's
ass, women ass, non-binary ass.
There is a market.
A market.
What does he look like? Is he attractive?
He's actually like not
bad looking? Because there is a market for male booty.
Yeah, I would say that he's not ugly.
Okay.
He wouldn't be someone I'd be like, oh, I'm attracted to, probably because I know he
what's going on here? I don't know. I was doing something.
He pimped, but you know.
Yeah, you know those things. Your character can really.
Your character
make
comes
it a
out.
score. Yeah.
And those kind of things, and the fact that she has allegedly spoken poorly on the women.
Hey, George.
While defending.
Wait a second.
In an interview, yeah. So she's doing these interviews
on
that she
the
wants
women
hidden.
in the case
yes,
that she.
The victims. Yes, and she's got her hive believing that is not true. This is fake news. And just look how she speaks on women already, like women who aren't victims of sex trafficking and prostitution. And you can see that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what? So, our next sponsor is going to be BetterHelp because some of these women need therapy sessions. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna because I do work. A lot of my work does go through BetterHelp. I think I'm gonna have to reach out to them and see if we can get BetterHelp sponsor this work because
they said there. She said she's going to therapy, but I was like,
I know. No. She going to therapy. Does she walk by the office?
What therapist would be like, oh yeah, this is great to be online 24/7 screaming and fighting with people and protecting sex offenders, both whom you've dated and who you've not dated. Okay.
Let us go to therapy.
You have to go.
Oh yeah.
Airport relatively soon. Okay. So during the investigation.
I don't know why I did any of that. You're going back to the thing.
Yeah. Okay. So learned that Glenwood would post advertisements on backstage, website, blah, blah, blah. During the investigation, he learned through a confidential informant.
Jen, would you like to join me? I left you a DM. I don't know if you got it though, but you're welcome to join me. I know you had to you deleted this and I wanted to cover it, so but I said I was leaving everything else in the library for you.
Which is allegedly Jules, that two girls, SK with the DOB of 1992 and EH with the DOB of 1988, were
I'll send you the link now. Let's see. Give me just a sec. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's how you get a link. Copy. Okay, I DM'd it to you, Jen, if you can hear me. Oops, what did that just do? Don't let me. Okay. I sent it to Jen. I know at first she didn't want it, and then she did, so I'm not sure where she is, but I did send her that one today. Oh, Jen, I don't know if you heard. I sent you the link in DMs. Oh, God, no. No. I think they're good with a little space and you never want to get people to do things too soon. Right. She always claimed that she wasn't in trouble, but she had to be, or else she wouldn't have been a snitch. She wouldn't have needed to be a CI and get herself off of the crimes that she committed or that she would have been charged for, which they're going into. Okay, I'm going to play just a little bit more of this while I wait for Jen.
Were trafficked out of a hotel in Appleton, Wisconsin. Appleton, Wisconsin actually has a fun comedy club there. So sad. So victim SK on November 2nd, 2016, Water Street made contact with SK. SK stated that she was previously addicted to heroin. So this is one of the women that he pimped out. She was addicted to heroin and methamphetamine, which controlled her life. She said that she was friends with the other woman he pimped out and that woman introduced her to Glenwood Brown. SK stated that Brown rented a hotel room at the Microtel in Grand Chute, Wisconsin, with the purpose of facilitating dates for SK and EH, the two victims in this. SK explained that Brown created and posted numerous advertisements on Backstage.com, which contained photographs of her. Brown had control of the phone. And when males would call the number associated with the advertisements, Brown would tell the males where to go and how much the services would cost. So SK, one of the victims, stated that she would just wait for Brown to tell her what to do. SK stated that when the dates arrived, she would set a timer so she would not go over the allotted time. And she stated that the males paid her money in exchange for sexual contact and sexual intercourse. SK stated that after the males left, the money would be collected by Brown. So by Jules's now ex-boyfriend. Brown would then purchase drugs. So he would take the money from these girls, purchase drugs, and give some of the drugs to them. SK believed she made approximately $800 per night she worked. But again, he paid them in drugs, according to this State of Wisconsin versus Glenwood Brown. SK stated that she would always require that all males wore condoms.
I don't have any issues with people working in the sex industry, I have issues with the treatment and safety in unregulated areas. And there's only one regulated area in the country, and that's not all of Nevada. That's just like one or two little towns in the state of Nevada. So, yeah, I think this man is disgusting. And the fact that Jules recruited her friend and put her friend into this is every bit as disgusting.
Good. Brown would usually purchase the condoms and give them to her. She stated that when the males arrived, Brown would either hide somewhere in the room or wait in the lobby. Creepy. So the investigator behind this reports that he located the advertisement Brown allegedly posted when he facilitated prostitution dates for the women in Appleton. The advertisement was posted on February 24th, 2016 at 1:45 a.m. in Appleton, Wisconsin, section of Backpage.com. The advertisement contained 2 photographs of this woman, SK, wearing only her underwear. The advertisement states, available to upscale in business class. Donations for my time start at 100 roses. I don't entertain black men. I didn't understand that. Throughout these advertisements, this Glenwood Brown, who is a black man, says that his women, who he prostitutes, he pimps for, do not entertain black men. I don't know why. I do not know why. Young, sexy, and guaranteed to make you satisfied and happy. Very open-minded to all things. Come play with me. Then he lists a number. And my pics are truly me. Come see Appleton near the mall. He lists, it's, I think, $150 an hour to $200 an hour. Absolutely no negotiations. And then the woman stated, this SK woman stated that Brown created and posted this advertisement. Okay. Then they talk about the other victim, and she stated that she met him through a Craigslist advertisement he posted about prostitution. She stated that she was also struggling to make money to support her heroin habit, so he took advantage of women who were addicted to drugs. Yep. So she reached out to him. She stated that she was friends with SK, and they both decided to work for him. This woman stated that Brown ran her and SK for approximately 3 weeks. Stated that Brown would rent the hotel room, place advertisements on Backpage, I keep saying Backstage, and set up the dates. Stated that Brown would collect money from the earnings that the women made from prostituting. Brown would also go to Milwaukee to pick up heroin for them.
Also, Brown would apparently, or I don't know, Jules used to say that he was always away on construction, that he was a construction worker and he was always away on construction. But really, he was not. So I don't know if she was just making that up, like she knew less or what, but I do remember her always saying that he was out. She thought he was out doing construction, but he was really out trafficking these women along with her friend. So I don't know how she thought he was always doing construction.
But he would only distribute certain amounts to them. That leads me to believe he would give them enough to keep them coming back to work for him. You know, I mean, it's just disgusting. Gross. Let the women keep their money. Let the women they're doing the work. What are you doing? Writing shitty ads? Okay. She also stated that Brown rented a room at this hotel motel. They said, okay. She said that Brown was mentally manipulating. This is one of the victims. Brown would consistently tell the girls that he would drop them off in the middle of nowhere or leave them alone somewhere if they ever did anything to them. Brown also convinced them that in the event they got arrested, they were supposed to take the fall and he would bail them out of jail. What a winner. What a winner, Jules, that you speak of. Confirmation that Brown rented a hotel room. They have that in Wisconsin. There reports on January 10th, 2017, he met with the front desk clerk at the Microtel in Appleton, Wisconsin. This is the hotel that both SK and stated Brown rented in order for them to prostitute. Glenwood rented a room there and for 8 straight days between February 22nd, 2016 and March 1st, 2016, Brown paid with cash for a total of $599.06. So then they subpoenaed his Facebook records. So when they did that, they found that he had numerous messages that Brown This Glenwood Brown sent to several individuals indicating that he runs an escort service and facilitates prostitution, including the following relevant statements. So here's some of the statements they found in his Facebook messages. Now, Jules will have you believe this is a crack-induced delusions of grandeur.
Yep.
That's what she'll have you believe. But it sounds like he's been running shit for a while, and she wants to rewrite history, and we're not going to let her do that.
Of course.
In July
Jules wants to
2015,
do.
Brown sent a message to a male, ER, which stated, the $, the money with the back page hose. Brown continued, get you a young white chick, preferably with a habit, and put her on back page. Stupid money. Pimpin' ain't dead. He's acting like this is a Too Short song. I mean, this is serious, sir. Brown also stated, they line up for that pussy, quote unquote. On December 30th, 2015, Brown communicated with a female, MM. Brown encouraged MM to come work for him, stating that the money is lovely. He also stated, I actually do all the work. I reel them in. Of course, he spelled real wrong. Through text. I just let you know when they are in the parking lot. You won't even speak to them. I'll tell you how much at the door, then hide. I stay in the room. In calls only, no black men, only white men. What is the deal with that? In January 2016, Brown sent a message to a male, CB, informing him that he was pimping out 2 different hoes. Brown stated, whenever you're ready, I will show you how to really pimp hoes. I post bitches on backstage.com, back page, Jolene, back page, not acting. In March 2016, Brown sent a message to a male, BW, which stated, running an escort service. Brown then sent BW 3 images of himself with girls and money, along with a prostitution advertisement he placed. Does that sound like delusions of grandeur? That sounds like proof.
Wow.
He posted a picture with him and girls, him and his hoes, and money.
But the money that's being made is, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I hope everyone else can.
Yeah, you can see me too, right?
I can see you down there, but I can't see
Okay. Is used directly for drugs, right?
Well,
it's not like you're making money, or or they buy drugs and they get a small percentage of the drugs.
Feeding them with drugs with their money they're earning, and then who knows what he's doing with the rest? Probably getting his own drugs and then keeping the rest of the cash. Because to him, it's like these women are dumbasses, and he's just pimping these hoes, and get you one with a habit. This is the kind of guy we're talking about. This is the kind of guy we're talking about. But we're supposed to be worried about him and Jules' love and her creating some kind of Romeo and Juliet scenario,
right?
If only. Okay. So he said so he sends these images of him with the girls and money and the prostitution advertisement. Come on. On April 8th, 2016, Brown sent a message to MM which stated, I'm going to try my new recruits in Birmingham by the airport. Maybe a red roof or a Super 8. Fancy. On June 6th, 2016, Brown sent a message to a female, JR, which stated, come join my escort service. I need some girls. Brown told JR that he had a traveling escort service, his words. Then sent an image of himself and 2 naked females holding cash. Again, he's providing the proof. I got this thing. Here's the cash. Here's my ladies. Then again in June, he sent a message to the female MM asking her if she wanted a new job. He said, be careful. We got popped in 2 stings by undercover officers. Be careful what you say in text and what you agree to. Brown explained that he got popped in Chicago. Brown also explained to MM the prices he charged for prostitution services. So he's like multi-level marketing this shit. In August 2016, Brown sent a message to an individual PM, which stated, I started an escort business. So he is, what would this be called, busy? This is when you are going around to your peers and you are, what's the word?
Promoting your business?
You're promoting your business, but you're also, whatever the word is, with your fellow.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are the women, because prostitution is also illegal, it's a crime, are they also in trouble for prostitution as he is in trouble for, are they in trouble for alleged prostitution?
Or were they?
And he for pimping, or they just wanted to get him?
Yeah, I think they got him because he's leading this escort services, and he's taking it allegedly, according to the stuff they found, across state lines.
Okay.
So initially, I think what they wanted to charge him with was a lot more, but we know how the court system works. We know how that stuff works. And then you kind of, you plea down, and then they make little deals with you. So that's what Jules will have you believe. He wasn't even convicted of that. Well, what someone's charged with and the evidence they have isn't always what the conviction ends up being, because it's kind of, what we can get, and also rehabilitation, all kinds of things that work within the judicial system. But that doesn't take away from the fact that.
Well, because it sounds like the friend of the other lady was the recruiter. So, like, her charge should be
Oh, that she could maybe be
Harder.
trafficking. Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
because she's the one who really got the ball rolling with other people being involved. I
Well,
mean,
with
he's
that
taking the
one
credit,
lady.
but he's taking the credit.
I will say though that with something like that, if
Yes.
you have two addicts, so you have a friend that's looking for drugs, you're like, hey, I do this thing. So you're kind of the lowest of the low because you are going after people with addiction.
And Jules as a co-conspirator, except she became a confidential informant.
And I don't give two shits if you had an addiction, then sell your own ass. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't sell other people's asses. All right. So he's okay, I got escort service, and then he sends a message to a male informing him that he's still doing the escort thing. This is months later. We're now well into the end of August. But she said, no. Getting it. And he said, I recruit bitches and put them on back page from town to town, city to city. LOL. I just don't let them know they're on back page. Brown added, I set up separate lines.
Wait, so how does he get the photos of them? Unless it's because you make reference to and you all, I'm not on the camera, I'm just listening to the court documents that are public. But I think you made reference to several times him with two women holding money.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same picture, or does he have other photos of them?
That's the thing. I don't know. I'm not sure what the pictures are, but I'm sure that it's not too hard to convince them to take a naked picture. Like, hey, I'm going to send it to this dude. There's lots of scenarios in which he can create for these pictures to exist. And whether all of the ladies knew or one of the ladies knew, we don't know. But he's out there bragging that he is just doing this without their consent. Brown added, I set up separate lines on my cell phone and handle all the texts. All they know is there's a date at the door, the time, and how much. I go anywhere.
That is so messed up that some of this happened without their consent. Crazy. Cool, just Beetle. Jen, where are you?
Where Backpage has a listing. And not only that, I can talk females into doing things they don't like doing. Ooh. Okay, so here's where Jules comes into it. So the investigator of this, the pimp rules, it's called, reports that on August 25th, 2016, he made contact with a confidential informant, which is allegedly just Jules, who indicated that Brown was previously her pimp. And why I find this so bothersome is because if you watch Just Jules, she slut shames people on the regular. She, Tragic Lynn, Mims, they talk about this girl Jugs, and they're like, you let people pee on you for money, and you do this, that, and the other
She's
thing.
saying
You're
that
a whore.
she had a pimp.
I'll get to that.
That she had one.
That. We're indicating he was her pimp. That's what this indicates in here. So why she's out there slut shaming women on the left and on the right and doing her damnedest to not be an ally to her fellow woman.
She was engaging in the same things that
allegedly
projection. Oh, I wish I could see me, but I can't be on camera for this.
He's doing
projection.
But that's what I hate. That's the feminist in me hates that so much, that you slut shame these women who are out here working, and you stand for a pimp who, as we were reading, looks like a real great guy there, Just Jules. And you find, you don't see the hypocrisy in that, but yet you want protection. Well, guess what? That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist when you're out there hurting people and harassing people. That doesn't exist. Okay. So this confidential informant, who is allegedly your friend Jules in the Hive, great pick, you guys who support her. Great. That Brown was previously her pimp. She said Brown was previously her pimp and would facilitate prostitution dates for her. She denies it, but it's in this police report.
The confidential informant said Brown was her pimp. P-I-M-P. Jules, again. You can lie all you want, but it's right here. Let's continue. In fact, let me just rewind that 10 seconds and 20 seconds, and let's listen again. I love her headband, by the way.
Okay, so this confidential informant, who is allegedly your friend Jules in the Hive, great pick, you guys who support her, great. That Brown was previously her pimp. She said Brown was previously her pimp and would facilitate prostitution dates for her. She denies it, but it's in this police report. The confidential informant, unless there were more confidential informants, but this says just one, showed officers a handwritten note. So Jules allegedly, yes, the addict shaming. And she's like, I came from a good family, and I hate it. As a recovering alcoholic and as a woman, you can go fuck yourself with all of that. It's horrible. Okay. So Jules allegedly hands the investigator a handwritten note from Brown, allegedly, that he gave her, which she described as his pimp rules. Good God. Good God. The note contained several rules that Brown allegedly told his prostitutes, including the following: booty is mine to sell or use for my pleasure. No shoplifting. Physical discipline may be administered. Minimum of 3 a day.
Okay. I want to break these rules down one by one. Let me just let's see.
Including the following: booty is mine to sell or use for my pleasure.
Rule number 1: booty is mine to sell or use for my pleasure. So, again, another man who thinks that he owns a female, thinks that we are just property. Very ditty. How did I switch? What did I do? Let me see. What was I? All right. Let's see. What was the next rule?
No shoplifting.
Oh, this no shoplifting. What? No shoplifting. Like, did Jules and others have problems shoplifting, and so that rule had to be written in? You don't just randomly come. That's not what those. That's one of those rules that's just not thrown in there randomly. Like no shoes, no shirt, no service kind of thing. It's yeah, no shoplifting, because clearly people have a pattern of shoplifting. Days, hello, it is good to see you.
Physical discipline may be administered. Minimum of 3 a day.
Can you read the first one again?
Booty is mine to sell or use for my pleasure. No shoplifting. Physical discipline may be administered.
I might beat your ass.
So he's a woman beater. Awesome. Minimum of a 3 day. So
minimum of 3 clients a day. So did he basically hold these women hostage every day? And just like keep feeding them drugs so they wouldn't want to go anywhere? Or weren't able to? Because getting off of something like H is very dangerous alone. So it's not like you can.
Is that like 3 times you got to do the intercourses? All phone/electronic devices may be immediately seized or monitored. Always ask permission. After the rules were listed, the note says, now that you've read the rules, understand clearly you're dealing with a pimp. And it goes on to talk about the backstage or back page activity.
But it is.
How they identified that it was Glenwood Brown, and with his email address, which was imakemoves99@yahoo.com. imakemoves99@yahoo.com. I mean, this.
imakemoves99@yahoo.com. Oh boy, what a winner! Like, what a loser handle. imakemoves99@yahoo. I mean, having a Yahoo address anyway, and I have a Yahoo, so that's that's pretty antiquated to have a Yahoo address.
This shit is ridiculous. So ultimately, he was charged. He did go to jail. There's been a lot of updates to his case. I think the most recent one. So he got, keeping place of prostitution, solicitation of prostitutes, all are felony H. Guilty due to no contest pleas. And then they tried to, I think, add some kind of like rehabilitation thing. Let's see. So there was it was amended 2022, I think, is the last update. Amendment to judgment of conviction and order, ERP. Amendment. I need Emily D. Baker to read this shit, but yeah, through the years there's been They did a change of address, verification of time served, petition of sentence adjustment. So yeah, there's been lots of, again, you can find this all if you want to educate yourself and against this hateful woman who continues to addict shame and slut shame women. You can find that all within the circuit court of, let me pull it back up here so we don't lose it here. Where did I put it? Here, let me close these screenshots, you guys. Okay, so you can look up Glenwood Brown, State of Wisconsin versus Glenwood Brown, and you can find it all on the circuit courts. Outagami, Outagami County in Wisconsin, State of Wisconsin versus him. Okay, so that's that about that.
I have no thoughts on anything criminal justice related, but to see how individuals who may or allegedly have associations with
I have no idea what the last 7 minutes of this. Let me see how much time is left. 26.5 minutes left of this sipping key that I have recorded. I don't know if I just recorded over, so I would make sure I got this and I didn't know how long it was, or if there's something good on it. Probably I just over recorded. I guess let's listen for a minute longer and see if they keep talking about Jules.
Yeah, he might be out.
It's interesting.
I was reading just the updates or whatever, so he could be out. I don't know nothing about this dude, but all I know is that it's disgusting. Jules does need help, and she needs to. I have not seen that picture, and she needs to stop with the slut shaming of women she doesn't like who do sex work themselves, because you obviously have a history of this allegedly, and someone you really cared about who you say my man in the interview with Lily, you're like my man.
And it's another policing of people's bodies. I am also an advocate for the non-regulation of sex work. It's another policing of people's bodies, but also in the world that we live in, sometimes there are just certain ways that you can get it how you live it. Now, I don't know if what Jolene was reading and talking to you all about, if you getting it in lieu of.
That's right. Let me take this off. Look at the comment. That's right. That's why people said the other day that Jules was saying that she wrote them, because she had said that they wrote it together as a joke. But that's absolutely not true, because she was the confidential informant who was also her employer and her man. You never heard this? Yeah, it's oldie but goodie. It's from 2022.
Drugs is the best thing. Maybe we should put some stipulations and regulations on that. But if sex work is the way you get it, people pay for that all the time. But shaming them for that, it's a little weird, especially if you also partake in sex work or have participated in sex work.
It's just disgusting. And like Daddy's appointment saying, when she shames people's parents for when people went to jail but praises GW. I mean, it's so crazy. And she will just be up there making, they lied, that was a joke, we did this as a joke. What kind of joke is that? What kind of joke is it for you and him to make these pimp rules? And why would you be a confidential informant? And why would you bring that to the investigator? And why would they put that in the court documents? It's Judge Judy. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. She is doing the most to create a new narrative, because most likely she wants to maybe hook up with this guy. But from things that I read, he technically is supposed to have no contact with those two victims, and possibly even the confidential informant maybe. So I don't even know. And he's supposed to stay away from drugs and alcohol and all this stuff if he is out or when he is out. And so, it wouldn't be a good idea for her to make contact with him, but she says they were still talking. And I mean, anyone that follows this lady, I don't get it. He victimized women, she victimized women. Sounds like a great match to me. Exactly. And now she continues on the internet victimizing women. And it's sad.
It's disgusting.
Pathetic.
3 years later, it's
and
worse.
I hate it. And it would be a great true crime case. We could go further. Let us know if you want us to go further into it. I think that's probably enough. But Busy's like,
I think it's enough.
It's probably enough, but I don't like, it's a very JY mentality to recreate to rewrite history. The history is there for us. You can find it all in the public court documents. It's all public information. We need to know this as citizens to protect ourselves. And we also need to be weary of people like Just Jules. That's probably why she is or has become somewhat good at convincing people to join her culty hive, because she has this experience of, you know, doing this with other women or doing this allegedly with Glenwood Brown, and then, you know, just straight up lying. I mean, how can you trust that? Obviously, I would have a lot more empathy for her if she ever had empathy for anybody else, but she doesn't, and she lies to protect a man that did a lot of damage to women. And so, not a fan.
And was proud, allegedly proud about it, and circulated that information, because I have no problem with people who are doing sex work, but if you're then shaming other individuals who are doing it, it's a problem. I know people who did it to get through college. It's extremely expensive to get a degree, and I know a lot of people who did it so that
quit shaming sex workers. Stop
it. And you did it too, allegedly.
Yeah,
and you
allegedly
participated. It's very weird if you allegedly participated in it and then you shame it. That's what's weird to me.
That should be
you want documentation with spilling the beans.
Oh, Whitney Lee loves Jules now.
I mean, this is the lady in the studio.
Look at that. Doesn't Whitney Lee love Jules now, I think? And look at that, calling her, she is extra vile. You're not wrong. I don't know what happened between then and now that makes you think she's no longer extra vile, because she's still a dirty, nasty liar, and even more disgusting now than she was back then. But you've gotten kind of disgusting too, so there's that. Because it seems like you, Whitney, were using Penelope's child on a sock account the other day. That's pretty gross.
Apartment with the $5 decorations is going to lie to you. The lady with the line is going to lie to you. The lady who gets online and atrocious things about others is going to lie to you. You read facts from a case. It's very, very different. So she's become very, very vile online, and she's become like a female version of JY. And I think that it's important to expose those kind of lies. And, you know, she wants to create this, it's so nice, and my family, at least my family loves me. Like, she says the most horrendous things, but then wants empathy from others, but goes at people when their parents die. But then she's off limit. It's a sickness. It really is a sickness. All of a sudden, she dishes it out, but she can't take it. And then all of a sudden, she's mentally ill and she's writing names on arms.
Isn't it like Jules? Like, it's like Jolene did this yesterday.
You know, so shaming sex workers and people with addiction problems, Jules, you're too old for that.
It's not cute. It's not cute.
At your big ass age. Okay.
That was your track record, your alleged track record.
Your alleged, yeah, exactly. So anyways, I have a video coming out later tonight, you guys. We were going to review it, but I do have to go pick up my mother-in-law from the airport, or maybe I have to go.
Sex work.
Sex work. Also, shout out to all the sex workers out there, and power to you. And don't be ashamed. I don't know who this Jugs chick is. I've never met her in my life, never talked to her a day in my life, but I do hear them shame you a lot, and you could be just as problematic as them. But one thing, do not, the same way I felt about them calling out Sailor Moon's essay or questioning it, don't let them shame you for shit. If you're getting $500 to get peed on and you talk, they take interviews. That's what they do. That's what she threatens me with. She says, Jolene, you want me to talk about an interview you did about a boyfriend who cheated on you? Yes, please talk about it. That will only bring more fans my way, because that's an interview that I did, because that's what you do when you're a comedian. That you go do interviews and podcasts, and you're vulnerable and you share things about yourself. But this is what she does. She goes and listens to other people who might have done interviews, like this Jug person might have done a live, and then throws it in their face like they're a freaking shitty person and slut shames them. But if you call her out, then she's like, they're mean to me. And it's like, no, girl, you are a big ass age. You're really, really at a big ass age, and you got to grow up. You got to.
Everyone's plight is different, the way that they live life, and the circumstances in which they have to navigate their situations are different. And you need a little bit more empathy. I can't be a person who was raised by a single mother who watched her have to figure shit out from day to day, and then look at a sex worker and say, oh, I can't believe you. You get it how you live until you can't. You ever watch Players Club? If you haven't, go and do it, because she was stripping to get her degree, and then she would stop the stuff that she was doing. You get it how you live it, and you have access to the stuff that you have access to. And as long as you ain't harming or killing anyone, I say get it how you live it. I say
Get
get it how
it
you live it
how
and
you
do
live it.
what you need to do. And I mean, I think the pimping situation, we do need to crack down on that. But get it how you live it.
Yeah, get it
Can
how
you
you live
talk
it.
about because I mean I need to go and you need to go.
I gotta go right
We
now.
have some stuff on in Atlanta that we're both gonna be in Atlanta this week.
Are you in Atlanta too? Are you coming to see me?
Can you talk about what's going
on. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So that is crazy because it literally could be, is it 3 years ago or is it 3 days ago? If you didn't know, I mean, if you know, clearly you know they don't even do sip and key anymore. Um, and the sip and key, if they do it, it is nothing like the old days. Not that the old days are anything like, nothing's the same. But anyway, yeah, it could, everything still so hardcore applies, and she still lies about most of it. And the confidential informant says that Glenn was their pimp. Jules was confidential informant. She might ignore it. She might ignore this. I don't know. Or she might like try to dox my I don't know, what hasn't she doxed? I'm trying to think. Well, she's doxed that. Yep, she's doxed that. No, she's doxed that. Yeah, I don't know. Too funny. Um, I know what I can. Oh, let me see. I don't know where it's at, but if I can find it quickly, I will play the squirrels coming into the apartment. I just gotta find it. It would probably be. Let's see. No, that one. Okay, so let me see. Let me look up. Manage videos. 50. Oh gosh, there's a lot to look through. But it should be pretty easy. I saw it earlier today, but I don't remember how far back I saw it. Oh, I don't think it would be on this account, actually. No, it's not. It's definitely not on this account. That's right. It's either going to be on Coochie or High Times. Content. Laptop, would you stop sliding? I know about the time I got it, so it should be that much further back. Yeah, it was actually right around this time. Right around the end of April. or it's on my other account. All right, let me check. High times. Videos. Okay, it should be right here. Come on. 1924. Here it is. All right. Let's see. Let me pull it up, share the screen. Okay, share screen.
Hey, baby. She's not giving up that spot. She is not giving up that spot.
A few moments later.
Oh, no! 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 Ah, little squirrel dogs! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They're in here. They're in here. No! Come on! Here, come on. Get out! No! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Let's watch it again. Oh, look, there's my pink cannabis.
A few.
Hey, baby. She's not giving up that spot. She is not giving up that spot.
A few moments later.
Oh, no! 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 Ah, little squirrel dogs! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They're in here. They're in here. No, come on, guys! Come on! Come on! Come on! Here, come on! Get out! No! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Jen, let me know if you want this. George, let me know if you want this. Savage, I should have said it Savage a while ago. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so I'm sure B's not gonna shut the F up about me, because B doesn't shut the F up about anyone ever. She feels like she's got this free reign to constantly keep every single person up in her mouth whenever she wants, and that nobody is allowed to ever, ever, ever respond. Because, like Jolene just described it, Jules is suddenly like, oh my God, oh poor me, you can't be that mean to me. Even though she's like the most evil freaking see you next Tuesday in the world. So, hey, Lisa Dempsey. Oh my God. I had a bat in my house once, back in the 90s. It's really scary. And that's hilarious. I did sound like that. Now I got to play it one more time. Since you said that, I got to play it again. Let's just go to a few moments later.
No.
Oh, no! 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 Ah, little squirrel dogs! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They're in here. They're in here. No, come on, guys! Come on! Come on! Come on! Here, come on! Get out! No!
So, so I have another little idea that I can do for another live. So, see, we'll see what happens, and then I have an idea for what I could do next if I feel like going live about her again. So, in the meantime, I'm going to be sending Jen my content of the bee, and she's really doing a great job covering it. So, oh my gosh. And then you had a tornado. Holy crap. Just right, probably when you got your heart rate to a normal pace, suddenly there's a tornado. Speaking of bad weather, prayers to people in Texas. Holy crap. The devastation. You wouldn't think that we live, that we have areas like that where people can be so many people can be killed by floods. You hear about that in other countries that are like third world countries. You don't generally hear about that kind of thing, here. So prayers to the people of Texas. And fuck you, B. And yeah, I'll be back some point. I don't know when, but I'll be back. You guys have a great day, and I will see you all around. And Jen, I'm sorry you didn't make it up, but look in your box for stuff I send ya. Bye, everybody. I don't even have an outro to play, so see you later.